Good evening, everyone. This is your host, Jessa, and welcome back to the Yapperoni and Cheese. I haven't done this in like a very long time, but might as well bring it back to the Dark Souls Remastered thing. And what I learned from other YouTubers is that you should milk it for as long as possible. I gotta milk that cow! And I got Dark Souls Remastered on sale, and it just runs so much better than Dark Souls. Oh my god. There's just something about running in just 60 frames a second that's just, ooh. I mean, just look at a side-by-side. Just the feeling alone is just so much better. And that's really all they added to Dark Souls Remastered. There wasn't really any, like, touch-ups to anything whatsoever. It really is just a cosmetic update overall. I still am going to break the game's balls about being $40. $40 for that is insane. The best time to get this is on a sale without a shadow of a doubt. I think 40 is way, way, way too much of an asking price for this. I find that to be kind of ridiculous. But I think $20 is quite solid. You know what? For that little touch-up, but it is still just the regular Dark Souls experience. Nothing's really changed that much. Besides maybe just a few quality of life improvements, it really is just vanilla Dark Souls. It's not the most interesting release out there. They really did not look into the suggestion box I left out where it's like, man, where can a guy get a hot dog in Orlando? No one's really looked into that. The hot dog guy, that was in the original game of Dark Souls. But in the DLC, they decide not to really add in the hot dog guy in Orlando, which I find quite ridiculous. I feel the hot dog guy is one of the most important characters in Dark Souls lore, by the way. The hot dog guy, how else do you think Gwyn was able to rise to power? It wasn't just because working with Seath and all that stuff, getting your whole alliance going and be like, dragons, boom. The hot dog guy, who fueled Gwyn? It was the hot dog guy. That is what people neglect to see, and it really doesn't carry over into the actual game, the great importance of the hot dog guy. You know, who else was running around, and it's like, everyone's like, oh, I'm so hungry, oh, I'm starving, I need a humanity, and a guy hands you a hot dog, and it's like, that'll be only 50 souls. It's like 50 souls in this economy. And the hot dog guy, he doesn't even ask for a tip or nothing. He doesn't put a phone in front of you, 10, 15, 20%. He pats you on the back and says, it's all right, boss. And then walks on to the next guy. And in the DLC as well, I find it quite insane that they've also neglected to show the giant statue of the hot dog guy. Luciel. It's close enough to how you pronounce it. Artorias is supposed to be the guy who fends off Manus, the evil void things that are like, I'm going to blow up humanity and stuff. I'm going to take over the world, blah, blah, blah. Who do you think was holding them back all this time? It was the hot dog guy. The hot dog guy. You think Manus could even touch the hot dog guy, let alone even match a fraction of his power? No, it'd be impossible. And really looking at Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition, while it didn't have any of the hot dog guy mentions, Remaster really should have considered adding in the hot dog guy. I'm now really delving into it. I just cannot fathom this disservice to Dark Souls and its lore. I mean, especially you see references in Dark Souls 2 and 3. That's how important Hot Dog Guy is throughout the entirety of Dark Souls. You would not have Dark Souls without the Hot Dog Guy, and yet they still have not added that into Dark Souls Remastered. And how can it be a remaster if you don't have the one key component of the lore that ties all of the games together, by the way? There are a lot of things that can tie the games together, but the core, it's not the flame, it's the dog. A hot dog. You can't get everything you want in life. Actually, I imagine there's already a fan-made mod where they did add the importance of Hot Dog Guy and the giant Hot Dog Guy statue. I mean, the community's wonderful. Y'all are what make Dark Souls great. Especially because all of you care about Hot Dog Guy and their importance. Though, even without that in the remaster just feels so much nicer to play. And you know, I love you, Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition, but your flow just doesn't flow that much anymore. I will always remember you, Prepare to Die Edition, for the legacy that you've brought through me, but I think from here on out, it's gonna be Dark Souls Remastered just because of how it feels. I mean, it really just feels nicer. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm betraying my younger self here. It just does feel nicer. But we will still never know where a guy can get a hot dog in Orlando. But you could probably get one in Chicago very easily.